Hey guys, I'm back. This is my review for the I was going to say Real Housewives. Nope. This is Married to Medicine. So I'm trying to think which episode. I think Married to Medicine is season 10 and this is episode 1. So we got some new people on here. Some we've seen before, and then we have newcomers. So Phaedra Parks is on this season. She's actually in quite a bit of the episode. She is a partial owner of a upscale boutique. It was kind of giving me like, okay, I'm kind of doing the same thing as Lay Archive from from Real Housewives of Atlanta, except these are not used clothes. These are actual clothes. I don't know, various stylists. And, they had furs in there. They got, glossy jackets like Miss Dr. Heavenly was wearing and all of that. They got some nice things. It's very upscale. And Dr. Heavenly and Jackie decided to come and support Phaedra at this event. Okay. They both seem to like Phaedra a lot. I think there is a respectability there as far as her being an attorney. But she's also supposedly dating a doctor, cardio guy, right? He's a cardiologist and supposedly he's Nigerian, but we don't see his face. Now, this is my issue with that. The formula has been for Married to Medicine that you are either a doctor yourself or you're married to a doctor. And that's how it started off. That's how it's always been up until Quad got divorced. And once she got divorced, she was no longer married to medicine. So it's like, well, are we going to continue with this same formula, or are we going to now change it so that now we got divorcees or single women on the show? What is the new formula? So it's people have been questioning that. Okay. But then when we see Quad come back on the show, she didn't show a lot of her life. People were like, why is she here? She's going on couples trip. And yes, she's not a couple. We don't see who she's dating. So it's like she doesn't fit with the dynamic of what the show is supposed to be about. So the same can be questioned about Miss Phaedra Parks because yes, she's supposedly, and I'm just using it really loosely, dating a cardiologist, but we don't see his face. They blur it out, or they put emojis across his face, and you can't see how you can't identify him. And they're using like this pseudo name, Dr. O. Okay. So it gives the viewers the impression that, for one, okay, you're not being authentic. Because if you're truly in a relationship with a doctor, that brought you to the show, why can't we see the doctor? Because we see everyone else who are doctors on the show. Why can't we see your doctor? So it does beg to, it screams, this isn't authentic. So that's a big issue. So I'm getting the impression, just based on the first episode, that we're probably not going to see Phaedra interact with her so-called boyfriend, and she's just going to come around the ladies just ad hoc, just come around and whatever. So, and I really don't care for that. It takes away from the show. But nonetheless, as far as her getting along with this group of ladies, I would say that she seemed to didn't have an issue. Like, it wasn't hard for her to get along. I think because she already knew Dr. Heavenly. She actually already knew, we found out, Dr. Gregory. Now she's supposedly they have dated, but it never got intimate. And then she just became like a really good friend, and she knew him before he even started supposedly dating Quad. And then they ended up getting married. So my guess is that her and Quad will probably get along. I think that because they already know each other. Now, Quad was not in this episode, but you will hear, as far as when you watch it, you will hear Quad's name a lot, even though she wasn't even in the episode. We did see some photos of her because Jackie was asking about Quad, and Dr. Heavenly said, well, she's just been taking trips and, just been living her best life. And they showed different photos of her. She looks great. Can't say anything negative about Quad in terms of how she's looking. She's looking really great. She's looking well rested. She's living her life. So there it is. So like I said, they're at the event that boutique event. And then we also get a chance to see Cecil and Simone. Okay, they get a chance to give us a little insight of what's going on, what's the update with them. They were working on this relationship book. And Omarosa told them very honestly, you know how she is, she don't bite her tongue. She said, if you guys are not going to include in your book what led you to, like, go through and talk about what led you to the point of filing for divorce, there's no point in you writing your book. Because that's what people want to know, you know. And while Simone did say that, you know, Cecil allowed this woman, his best friend, to interfere in their relationship, and again, I don't think it was romantic, but she did. Then they came to the conclusion like they really are not ready to go down that road. I think they're still dealing with some things as far as their marriage and as far as whatever is dividing them. I think part of the divide there is, yes, that woman was part of the reason, but and people wonder like, well, if there's another woman, that would be a big reason. I don't think she was the type of situation that, I think she was just more heavily influential with Cecil. They did not have a romance. Okay, let's be very clear. There was no romance going on there. I don't think that, well, I'm gonna leave it that there was no romance going on there. Okay, but I think she probably was very influential in Cecil's life, and that did probably cause some concern for Simone. But I also believe, and I still hold true to this one, I think Simone has been taken aback with Cecil not working full time like in corporate America. He was a very, I think he was like a VP, someone really high up in IT at Coca-Cola. They did a big layoff, and he got a nice, very nice severance package. And I think when that stopped, it was as if, I don't know, you know, I think that turned her off. And I don't know any other way to explain it other than I think she was less impressed with Cecil, even though Cecil tried to do this, what was that? This little cleanup app company that didn't go through well. And now he's periodically, I think he's doing real estate. I think she's having a hard time adjusting to the new Cecil. And I think that's where the issue is. But they still got some things to work on, but you know, they're in a very cool place. Okay, I'll put it like that. They're in a cool spot. I don't think they're having that many issues and concerns at this point in time. Now, I think someone had mentioned that the oldest son had moved out as well. I know he was in college there, but I'm wondering, like, did he finally get a job? Did he finally graduate? The youngest one is still away at school. He's probably coming up on his last year. But anyway, so that's Cecil and Simone right now. They are planning on hosting a little dinner party, and they want to invite Toya Eugene as well as Dr. G and his fiance. They call her Sweet Tea. I think her name is Lakeisha or Letitia. Lakeisha, I think that's her name. Yeah, so they're going to have that party, dinner party at their house, and having them get acquainted. So we'll put a pause on that little get together. We also get a chance to see Dr. Heavenly and Alora. She is getting ready for prom. She's also looking at going to FAMU, which is actually where Dr. Heavenly graduated from. But Dr. Heavenly is not interested in her daughter going away to school. She wants her to stay local. And Laura's like, look, okay, yeah, my brother stayed local, but that doesn't mean I'm going to do the same thing. I want to go away. I want to, experience life away from home. And Dr. Heavenly's having a hard time with that. She's not having an easy time with it. She wants her daughter to be right there. Truth be told, she don't want her daughter to ever leave the house, I think, until she gets married. That's what I really believe. But they're at this boutique. They're picking out prom dresses, and Dr. Heavenly is being very, oh, I need her to have everything covered, and she got big boobs. We need to make sure none of that's showing. And the very first dress that she put on was a strapless one, and it was cute. It was cute. So, yeah. So that's going to be the big thing with Dr. Heavenly, is trying to get adjusted to her daughter going away to school. So that's that. Let's see. We do see Dr. Jackie meeting, a patient and, whatnot. We see Dr. Simone doing her thing with a patient. and everything. So it's good to see the ladies, the doctors in their practices and doing what they need to do. So now let's get back to this dinner party. So we get to the dinner party. We got, like I said, Toya and Eugene get there and they're talking a little bit about Dr. G. And before him and, Sweet Tea, that's what they call her, Sweet Tea shows up. And they're just saying how they feel like, oh, by the way, Dr. Eugene looks great. He has lost weight. He's on some type of medication that Dr. Jackie has provided to him. So it's working. And child, they're talking about in their confessionals how he has more stamina. He's able to spend more intimate time with his wife without getting tired. Child, we didn't need to hear all that. We did not need that. But glad your health is looking good, Eugene. You do seem to be happier. And I think even Toya has lost a little weight as well. Because, she was going through a moment of her weight was kind of fluctuating. It was at a point that she wasn't really happy with her weight. So she's looking a lot better. All right. So then they talk about Dr. G and how happy he is right now. And I will say, when we see Dr. G and his, Letitia or Letitia, whatever her name is, Sweet Tea, you can see the happiness there. You literally can see how happy, how involved, how he just, he's really into it. He's so happy and this and that and the third. I, am glad that he's happy, although I'm not team Dr. G only because of the things that came out publicly, putting hands on your, all of that. The situation between him and Quad really ended horribly, the whole going to the hotel and all of that and the fighting. I just, but anyway, he seems to be in a very happy spot. Now, when it comes down to Sweet Tea, Letitia, Lakeisha, I think that's her name, Lakeisha. This is her first time on reality television. So the look game is not there, okay? It's just not there. She's not in that space. Secondly, I'm going to say, because she had on some leather pants and this red top, it just wasn't given, all right? The way that she said she met Dr. G was through going into his DMs, and she let him know that she got what he needs and what he wants. And she also included a baby emoji. Right then and there, I said, well, this isn't a good look. You're a fan of the show, and it shows. Because for you to say that, to place that in your DMs, on his DMs, lets me know that you've been following the show. You know what has been going on in Dr. G's life. You're a fan. All right. He was impressed. He flew her out from Texas. I don't forget what part of Texas that she's from. Well, that she's not from. She's from a small town. I think she said Arkansas. But she lived in another town in Texas, and he flew out from wherever she lives into Atlanta, and they've been just he loved her dress, and they've been together ever since. Okay. Yeah, it's really hard for me to tell you about her personality. She's very outspoken. I'll do that. I'm not so sure of the sophistication level. And we got some uncouth ladies in this group as well, but girl, I don't know. I don't know about this one. This is going to be a little interesting. So, but like I said, Dr. G is very happy. She is happy to be with him, so it seems. Yeah. So they invite everybody to their engagement party. Or was it the bridal shower? What was it? No. Was it the engagement party or was it the bridal shower? But I think it was an engagement party, whatever the case may be. So they invite them to this engagement party. Okay. The theme for the engagement party is a hoedown. It's a Texas hoedown. That's different. That is different. Okay. I don't think it's a bad thing. It is different, but I don't think it's a bad thing. She wants to bring Texas to Atlanta. Don't see a problem with that. However, in the words of Really BTV. However, comma, I think that the hoedown should have been at a different, like a different venue as opposed to their home. Like you really want to bring about riding on the mechanical bull and having ribs. And I just think that the home space just wasn't the right space. Because Cecil walked in the door and Cecil said, oh, they got a mechanical bull in the living room. Yeah. I think that would have been better served in a rented venue versus their home. Cecil also made another comment about Miss Sweet Tea, saying that Dr. Gregory leveled up. And I'm trying to understand what exactly leveling up did he do? Because I don't feel like, from what we've seen of Miss Sweet Tea, that she is any better than Quad in any way, in terms of looks, in terms of personality. I don't see where the leveling up where that comment was stemming from. I would love to hear what Cecil got to say. I hope that comes up in the reunion. What's leveling up? Like, what are you referring to exactly? So anyway, at this hoedown thing, they at the hoedown, and Phaedra comes in, and all the ladies are there, and I'm just gonna say this about Miss Sweet Tea's outfit, and her fraternal twin sister is there. Now they do look like identical twins, but they're fraternal. And a few of her friends showed up. The white outfit that Miss Sweet Tea had on, it wasn't. It looked like, first of all, it didn't fit her very well, especially the bottom half. That short set that she had going, that's supposed to look like, I don't know, it looked like a diaper, and then you can see her black underwear. And Phaedra made a point to kind of be slick and point it out, saying, oh, they got big, what did she say? Everything's big in Texas, including the underwear, and she was just making fun of the fact that that Sweet Tea's booty is not as voluptuous as hers. Well, it's not. But I did read some comments on Twitter saying, with her living, by her living in, Atlanta, she'll go to, somebody's going to introduce her to get a BBL. I'm like, oh, here we go. I don't know, but we'll see. So yeah, the outfit was not quite giving what she probably wanted to give. Now, Jackie came in with a white outfit on and looked phenomenal. I don't know who she had to make that outfit, but she looked really, really good. I think everybody had cute outfits on. I think they looked really good. I think they all upstaged Sweet Tea as far as what her outfit was giving. I'm like, oh, that's not good. Like, you're supposed to be the center of attraction and you're the least attractive there. Not good, Sweet Tea. I don't know what to say. The men go outside, they're having chit chat. We get a question from the floor. I think it was Heavenly who asked Sweet Tea about, how does she feel about being engaged? And here goes Sweet Tea. Oh, I'm able to get the money, or something about access to the money, having the money, or whatever. I'm like, oh, child, please tell me you're a gold digger, but not tell me you are a gold digger. Oh my God. I was just like nearly horrified. But then I can respect the honesty, because she's letting us know, this is what I'm doing. I'm about this. I'm about getting the money. Okay, there you go. She's honest to a fault. Dr. Heavenly, in her little comment, said, oh, I don't think she's gold digging. I think she's copper digging. I said, ooh, child. It was, Sweet Tea was very cringy to me, and her sister was equally cringy. Now, ladies get to talking. Jackie had already made a comment about the attire of the house, saying that, oh, when Quad was here, it was, we had lilac and purple and this and that, and now it's not here anymore. Why are you guys talking about Quad so much at this man's house? He is divorced from Quad. He is a new lady. That was rude. That was very, very rude. There was a lot of conversation about Quad. Then Toya gonna bring us some random thing, I guess, to let the audience know that Quad got arrested. She had a DUI, allegedly. And Toya asked Phaedra, oh, are you representing Quad because she got a DUI? And Phaedra's like, girl, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, I ain't hear anything about no DUI. And then she went on to give Quad's real name and all of that. I said, what is okay, girl, I don't know about that comment. I mean, I don't know if it's true, but everybody looking at her like, okay, we didn't know anything about that. Then we get on to Sweet Tea talking about having children, but she's run into some, issues with endometriosis and fibroids and things like that. And So Heavenly was like, well, Simone, aren't you her doctor? Like, Simone's like, well, I am, but I have recommended her to a specialist. Now, Heavenly gonna just start some mess just to start mess, because you can't tell me Heavenly being married to a medical doctor that she didn't understand what Simone was saying. Simone said, look, yes, I am an OBGYN, but I recommended her to a specialist because of the type of issues that she is having requires someone who specializes specifically in those issues. Now, she didn't go into detail about it, but she let it be known like this is a little bit beyond the scope of what yes, I can do surgery. Yes. And because here you go, Dr. Heavenly saying, well, why didn't you just recommend her to Dr. Jackie? Dr. Jackie turned around and said, girl, don't put me in the middle of this. Don't do that. No. I'm not in this. So don't put me in that. So Heavenly and Simone are yelling back and forth. It really was a senseless argument because Simone is like, why are you arguing with me about something that you don't even know about? Stick to the veneers. Okay. You are a dentist. I am a medical doctor, a surgeon. This situation that she has presented that I've looked into requires someone who has the expertise in whatever that is. I know Heavenly understood exactly what she meant, but Heavenly was determined to just put Simone out on Front Street. That's all that was, because there was no way in the world she didn't get it. So they're going back and forth. Finally, her sweet tea sister jumps in and yells and tells them, hey, look, we're going to stop all this conversation about Quad because this isn't about Quad. This is about my sister and Dr. G and their engagement. They're getting married. It's their time, not Quad's time. Because like I said, Quad's name came up many a time. Okay. It came up several times. And it's like the girl is not even there. I mean, what is whatever. So that's really the whole episode. It was a cute key. We did see I think the new dentist, her and her husband, I think he's an orthodontist himself, or oral surgeon, something like that. They moved in from DC. And from my understanding, they were supposed to do a Married to Medicine DC. And that didn't get off the ground for whatever reason. I know DC area is a very difficult area to really get reality TV going. But I don't know. But anyway, we did get a chance to see them, and I'm interested to learn more about that couple as well. So that was the whole episode. I don't know at what point, because I remember when they had started filming that Quad was not there, and it was a question mark if Quad was coming back. So I don't know what episode we're going to see Quad in, but I do remember they had already been filming, and folks have been asking Dr. Heavenly, was Quad coming back? And at first Heavenly was like, I'm not sure. We've been filming for a few weeks. We haven't seen Quad, and but apparently she does show up. We will see her this season at some point in time. That's all I got. Talk to you guys later. Peace.